Hi boys and girls, it's 2.5 weeks and I have to get this entire house finished on the remodeling. We're working on the kitchen today and this is a long requested video. So we're going to be doing the ocean countertops like I have in my pirate house. I talked to the people that are moving in, asked them what they'd like for countertops, and they said they'd love the ocean, so The total cost of the countertops on this house is less than $100. I need to start by smoothing this edge after we jigsawed out the particle board. Particle board makes a perfect base for this ocean counters because it already looks like sand. Epoxy sculpt, it's two parts, part A, part B. Smash it out to 2 layers, one side's dark, one side's light. Now I'm going to roll it up and we mix it until it's one color. Now it's relatively evenly mixed, so I'm just going to take it into little bits and I'm going to smush it onto this front edge. Paying special attention to the gap between the two pieces of particle board. It's almost like sticking chewing gum to the bottom of your desk when you were a kid. I'm sure none of you ever did that, right? To smooth it out, I'm just going to put some water on my gloved hand and rub it. It's just like clay, it'll smooth perfectly. Painted a light blue, now I'm going to do a darker blue. I don't have to worry about the front edges of these cabinets because they're all going to get painted. So this is what our prep work looks like. We got the front edge painted a nice blue. Clear sticker paper, and we're making some sea turtles. And Shay's making a starfish, right? I went ahead and increased some of the light green areas. That's where we're going to place the stickers for the sea life before we do the ocean pour over the top. So I don't know how this is going to work. We'll see how available these are to be seen after we finished. Stingray I like a lot. This is part A. I'm pouring the thicker one into the thinner one. I'm going to try to pour it right into the center so it doesn't ever get to touch the edges. It's super important that you pour this correctly and mix it properly. And I'm just going to grab this by hand and we're going to pour it right in there. The nature of the sand, it's heavier than the epoxy, so it's going to sink to the bottom, but I do want to make sure it's stirred in there nicely. And these are going to become our islands. They don't necessarily have to cover the whole thing. And they don't need to be too regular of a shape. It'll become more interesting if they are quite too regular. Trying to space out the islands around the countertop so there's several interesting points to look at when we're done. The islands are where the surf and the waves are going to hit on the beach. Here I'm adding some blue paint pigment from Sherwin-Williams. This is just their straight blue pigment. I'm going to use my epoxy stirrer to mix this, and I'm not going to clean it in between. I want a little blue residue left when we do the green. This looks so awesome right now. I'm excited. We will pour the epoxy from the container directly onto the particle board. I'm going to try to follow the blue lines that I painted earlier. This is going to be the deep water areas where the dark blues are. This is going to spread out as we work, so it's okay to keep it in a finite area. We'll spread it around with a brush in a moment. This is the Sherwin-Williams green pigment mixed with whatever amount of blue was left on the mixer from when we did the blue earlier. It should make a nice deep green for the water. This looks a lot like some kind of painting, but this is not a painting. I'm just trying to spread the epoxy around, and I want it to be somewhat random. The more random it looks, the better the results will be when we finish. So I'm just going to follow the inside edge of the blue that we've poured down with this green. And so the more random the shapes were, the better that this will look. There's really no way to do this wrong as long as you just kind of randomly follow the edges. It's going to spread out and it's going to begin to flow like real water. You can definitely do this. This is something you can do. I'm using the foam brush and I'm just kind of blending a little tiny bit. In reality, I want somewhat distinctive lines between the blue and the green areas. So this is kind of just to spread the epoxy across the counter. I just watched a couple videos and gave it a shot. Not trying to make anything look like water yet. The colors will take care of that in just a moment.
Blend. From the cameraman angle, I'm telling you, it looks like crap. I'll say that. It just absolutely looks like crap. And then you turn around and you come back and it's 10 minutes later and it starts to actually look like, you know, what you're envisioning as what I would say the artist, because I mean this really is an artistic thing that Shane does here.
Each next layer we do, we're just going to try to match the original lines that we did before. So you can see the light blue now going on the inside of the green. We'll spread it out and then we'll do the clear layer next. I was really starting to doubt. I thought I got this too white as I was going, but I was just going to trust the process. Once you get this far in, you kind of have to keep going. And I'm glad I did. The results of this actually are amazing. It can kind of feel repetitive. We keep pouring and then just spreading it out with the same foam brush. I don't even clean the brush in between. This is just straight clear epoxy, which will give us the true clear, clean water look when we're finished with this little ocean beach. With the clear layer, it's important now I cover everything left of particle board. The white layer, I'm going to try to follow the beaches, not the rest of the water that I've poured. This is going to become our waves, and at first I know it's not going to look like it, but this is the magic. This is the part where we set everything up for success. I follow the previous waves with the next white pour. Here comes the part we've been waiting for. This is the magic. I'm going to use a hairdryer to blow the watery waves across the beach because this whole thing is still a liquid. It's going to move just like water would move. You can see the ripples starting to form on the wave as the wind hits it. All I'm going to do is continue to hold the hairdryer towards the beach and blow, and the water will ripple, the liquid will ripple, and will make incredibly natural looking waves. And this is the part that makes the whole illusion work. I'll never forget the first time I did this, how exciting it was to see how quickly this changed, because I had so much self-doubt. If you try this, it's okay to have self-doubt. We all doubt ourselves from time to time. It's okay, just stick with it, and you'll be amazed at the things you can accomplish. The final reveal on this is going to be amazing, and I'm so excited for the tenants that are going to I absolutely love this house. As a landlord, I'm excited to give someone a really unique house and a really enjoyable place to live. These kinds of things really make me happy. Watch how these waves start to form around our turtle onto the beach. It's just so satisfying. I could do this all day, but you only have a few minutes, so you do have to hurry before this hardens up too much and it won't flow. If you enjoy this, please consider reposting and sharing with others. It helps me reach new people. Not all the waves should be at the beach. We need some deep water ones too. And it's done the same way. We're getting close to the end now. Take a look at the turtle with the little waves over it in the water. It's so cool. Do you let me do countertops like this in your house? Would it make you happy, or would you be afraid of what other people might think? Let me know in the comments. I think the next countertops we're going to do will be a war tribute, maybe like a Command and Conquer view from the top down. This is an old World War II neighborhood, and you've got another house in mind. Give me some ideas. Maybe you'll come up with the next countertops we do. Double tap or hit the heart now to let me know you love it.